Hi there. Welcome to Reykjavík Grapevines Newscast. My name is Valur Grettisson. I'm an editor-in-chief at Reykjavík Grapevine. This here little helper is Pollý. Hi. Yo. I took her with me. It's completely safe, don't worry. There's not much of a gas. Also, it's quite windy like always, but it's a fine day. Could be better. You can see the volcano over there, so but it's not going off right now. That's just how it goes. It's a volcano. It just kind of behaves like it wants to behave. Before we start, I want to tell you about two things. Of course, our friends in Einstök. You can find them at einstök.com, Einstök something. Completely forgotten that, but it's beer and it's wonderful, and they are our sponsors. And they have been helping us from in various projects from the beginning. Hi. Also, the Lava Center is our new sponsor. They are actually sponsoring us here in this wonderful volcano cast, and they are making it available for us, so we can go actually to the mountain and show you all of this. And the Lava Center is actually a volcanic museum, tech museum. I've been there often with my kids, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's in Hvolsvöllur in the south of Iceland. If you haven't visited it, or if you come to Iceland, you should actually check it out. It's hands down one of the absolute best museums in Iceland, in my opinion. But on with the stuff. Hvað segirðu? She is I think she is just gonna dig for another volcano or something. And as you can see, Pollý is very energetic right now. Yeah. But we're going on another place, and we're going to tell you everything about the situation, the volcano and such. And also remember our online shop. We are actually now hand-picking your volcano rocks or lava that we'll send with the packages. Me and Art always do this when we go here, and we get these stones here. Well, not here perhaps, but they are all around. Here's one, absolutely wonderful. As you can see, how like beautiful colors are in this. We break this down and we give this to you if you buy our volcano package. You can find it all in the description below. So, áfram með smjörið, or on with the butter, like the Icelandic says. So, here we go. The biggest news here is, well, obviously the weather. It's actually, it's nice weather right now, but it wasn't like half an hour ago though. But this crater over there, which is very beautiful, you can just go here if you want. People are always thinking they are disturbing us, but we like the chaos. The crater over there has not been blowing up for 6 days now. It's a new record, by the way. The crater, of course, have been down for days, but never for almost a week. Tomorrow will be 1 week, and volcanologists, they say, if this will be off for 14 days, then the crust there, which is basically in the bottom of the crater, then it will be thick enough that it will keep the lava away. And then this will be over. But we've seen this volcano do incredible things. It has been everything from a very small volcano, like we saw in the beginning of everything, and it has also been 8 smaller craters. And of course, in the end, it became like a fire geyser, if you want. Go here, Art. Okay. So it became a fire geyser, and in the end it's just this number 5, like scientists call it. And this has been very active, although it takes some pauses. And it's not that unusual that these volcanoes take a day or 2, even 3 days. It's more often like 16 hours or something like that. But 6 days, something might be up. We're hoping actually that it's not completely over. At least as a tourist attraction, it's wonderful. Also, we were of course very concerned about structures and everything, but I have to say this is possibly the most considerate volcano I've ever seen in my life. And it even like when that became a threat, that it was coming to the Suðurstrandarvegur, which is the road that it was threatening to go over, then it just quit. It just slowed down, and it hasn't even now in 2 months it's not even close to the road. But if it would have been as powerful as before, it would have happened just in a matter of days. But it doesn't mean that the lava there is the volume of the lava is any less. It's the same amount every time. And scientists are always amazed about this because it's so erratic, it's so random when it comes to erupting right now. But when it does, it always blows up the same amount of lava. And you can perhaps see, like in the distance over there are smokes and everything, and of course in the crater itself. And the lava is still actually in these tunnels under this lava field over here. So it's flowing everywhere. And this is of course the reason that the police, the scientists and us, the journalists, we're always telling people do not walk on the lava because it's filled with lava. I mean, it's as simple as that. I don't know how people are not getting this. Luckily, of course, we have had like hundreds of thousands of people, although we're in the middle of a virus pandemic, and nobody has gotten hurt badly, we think. People have definitely broken their legs, but that's not the volcano, that's basically these hills, and these hills can be tricky. You, of course, know this. It's not even remotely as harsh of a hike like it was in the beginning. You can also, of course, see like the field here. We had to hike from the other side, and often in like really crappy weather, everything from snowstorms to something else. And the rule is basically that, like for example today, the weather was not good when we started hiking, but it gets better, and then of course it also sometimes gets worse. So it's not always like easy to get here, and on top of everything else, the hiking is not that easy. But this route here, Route C, is surprisingly nice, to be honest. And you can also now park in a new parking lot, which is very close to the beginning of this path. So it's I have to say it's completely different than it used to be. The volcano is still active, surprisingly so. I mean, although there are 6 days since, they see a lot of. We can even see like there are graphs that we can have, like we can get from the Met Office, and you can see like how effective it is, and there is always something going on. It's just a simple matter of if it can push to the top or not. And right now, for some reason, it can't. And the reason is possibly this gas, or the lack of it there is. And there is not much of like gas pollution around, not like it was. It's more than fine to take Pollý with me. And the dogs can be around here. And we're perhaps just more concerned if we would do it in rain and they would drink the water and everything. Could be polluted, but it's not much of a headache. So this means that the volcano is still there. It's just need a little bit more gas, and that's the reason, for example, when we had this huge explosive fire geyser, is because the gas was like blowing it up. But perhaps it's just done. Historically, they say I mean, the last time it erupted here was like thousands of years ago, but they know that there is just not that much action down here to make this like a volcano of like thousands of years or hundreds of years. But there are examples of a volcano going off here for 200 years. But keep in mind that the earth here was then much fresher, and also it's actually an interesting fact that this peninsula, the Reykjanes Peninsula, which is around the same amount of size of London, for example, it's the youngest earth in Iceland. This was the last earth that was that formed in Iceland. So it's a little bit different from example when you are in the south of Iceland, when you have these volcanoes like Katla and Eyjafjallajökull and so on. Right? So also there was an extra crater that was formed over there. It was a very small one. We thought first that it was just an overflow from the lava, but found out later on that it was actually a crater. So nobody is really actually sure if it was or not. It's not visible from here, but they say it was perhaps a little one. But keep in mind also, this number 5 over there started as a very little volcano and just became a monster just in like a few weeks. So it's you never know when it comes a new one. And you never know if the area is going to transform again into something else. But volcanologists and geologists, they say this is probably just the beginning of the end. They say that perhaps there is not much power left, and therefore we're having this long gap between everything. So it's perhaps the last, perhaps this is the last opportunity to see the volcano. But look at that, it's like when the sun is there, it's like beautiful. You can see this greenish sulfuric just beauty there. It's very it's very brutal, but it's beautiful at the same time. What more? What do I have more to say about this? The volcano, of course, like the lava here and the field over here is, of course, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We can only see like a part of it, and this has completely like changed everything. On the other side over there, close to Meradalur, sorry, it's like in singular, not plural. There we had like a lava fall, which was actually very similar to a waterfall in the west of Iceland called Dynjandi. So it's still like forming these beautiful moments here when it actually goes off. And we're thinking like, I mean, for example, if it would just go off one more time, it could be something spectacular. Or, I mean, if it doesn't, then this is perhaps the last moments of this fantastic volcano, which has been both just absolutely beautiful, absolutely odd, absolutely almost human-like. It's so weird in so many ways. It has such a diversity that it's you can't just view it as just a simple, like thoughtless volcano. You feel like it has even feelings or something. But yeah, that's it for the Volcano cast. We will of course be here as soon as possible, and I mean the moment it will go off, me and Arthur are going to drive here and catch those moments, because if this is the last moments of the volcano, we want to be there, because we were with it at the birth of the volcano, and we want to experience the death as well. So keep in mind, of course, like and subscribe. Hit that bell button if you want to know when the next video will come. And also, if you want like these lava boxes, we're actually now going and to get these lava from the field, and we always take this home with us and give it to our manager. We put this actually in our lava boxes. So so this is handpicked by me and Art, and we'll put the link to this in the description if you want these lava boxes, if you haven't already bought that actually. But it's a wonderful compilation of just smart things and candy and just souvenirs. So until next time, see you then. Goodbye.